just because he has good deen doesn't mean he has good character.
You assume deen and character kind of come hand in hand.
I've seen it firsthand. They're just not good people.
Character is something you have to look for in addition to deen.
Rank up at Marriage.MBA. Divorce proof your future marriage today.
Specifically, what do I look for in a potential husband? What you look for is DCCOM. Deen, character, and compatibility. All right, time for a screenshot. A man is marriage material only if he has deen, character, and compatibility. I did not say deen, character, or compatibility because you want all three. You might assume that if a man has deen, he also has good character. That would be true in an ideal world, but on planet Earth, that's not the case. Character is something you have to look for in addition to deen. Remember all the red flags you talked about? They fall under character. Character covers traits like what? Being honest and truthful, keeping promises, being respectful and kind. The kind of friends he has falls under that. Whether he stares at women or lowers his gaze, that's also part of his character.
Yeah, I think you automatically want to assume that because they prioritize deen, that they must prioritize everything that is a part of deen, like being a good person, being kind, treating their wife and kids well. But it's not always true. I've seen it firsthand that like people who have like the best image of all time at the masjid and everybody looks up to them, and then in their personal life, they're just not good people, unfortunately.
You need to figure out why he does what he does. If he's like by himself, is he still doing good deeds, good things? Is he conscious of Allah like all the time or just in front of people? Because that will give you an indication of whether he will hold up a facade of your marriage or if he will genuinely bring Islam into your marriage behind closed doors and treat you right.
This is why a lot of people get in trouble, because they see the outward religiosity and they're like, oh my God, they're mesmerized by that. But inside, it could be hollow, it could be rotten. How do you know that? That's why asking those deep questions. Don't ask yes or no question. Follow up. Tell me more. Why? What are your thoughts behind that? What if that happens? What if I don't agree with you? Like, you want to test him and poke at him from different angles to see how he reacts. This is like a very common mistake. Oh no, having a beard, having a long thobe, and going to the masjid all the time. If a guy shows up for Fajr, I will probably count it more in his favor because showing up for Maghrib is easy. Showing up for Fajr, that shows real character, especially in the winter time.
Foul language, being terrible with money, like if he's okay with having a lot of debt, if he compounds a lot of interest, if you're confused on how do I know how he is on the inside, those are the questions to be asking. You don't have to frame it of like, oh, what do you think about this religious wise? You can just ask him, view him day to day. He's going to employ whatever practices he holds near and dear if he holds them near and dear. All of those red flags, look at them from a religious framework, and that's going to tell you a lot of what you need to know. A lot of these things, like determining if we're compatible, if he has good character, if we match up in terms of deen, I have to know where I fall on all of those scales.
Yes.
So how do I find that out about myself?